My name is Cody Laycock. I'm currently serving time at the Central Utah Correctional Facility in Gunnison, Utah. So in 2021, on November 6th, I was at my cousin's house for a family get-together. One of my cousins I hadn't seen in a while saw me, and we started chatting, and he saw the type of car that I was driving at the time, and he wanted to go for a ride in it. I remember I was turning left and coming up on a corner, and my thought was, this would be a great place to show how great the car handles. And so I stomped on the throttle. I ended up getting into a drift. I overcorrected and slid into oncoming traffic and ended up hitting a vehicle head on. I went up. The driver was unconscious. The passenger in the rear seat was unconscious. The passenger in the front seat was awake, but she was in tears and she was bawling. I was in there for about an hour waiting in the interrogation room for the investigators when one of them came in and said that one of the ladies in the vehicle had passed away. A week later, I was talking to my lawyer and he said the second victim had passed away. So not only one person had died, but two from the accident. The third was still in the hospital with serious injuries. What I did was wrong. How I chose to drive that night was stupid. I told the officers, frankly, I was driving stupid that night. And I was. I take accountability for what I did, and I always will. That'll stay with me for the rest of my life. I'll never forget that night. Trying to impress somebody or trying to show off doesn't equal to someone's life. I've had track time. I've driven on a drag strip. I've driven around the track, and I've had track time in fast cars. And so what I was doing, I was comfortable with, but I never would have thought that I would ever lose control like I did. We have speed limits for a reason on the roads. They're posted for a reason. That is the safe speed for that particular stretch of road. You shouldn't be going above that. People make bad decisions behind the wheel because they don't realize the consequences of their actions. I didn't, and here I am. I thought I was invincible. I thought I could be untouched. That's not the case. It can happen to anybody. I never intended to hurt anybody, but because I drove the way I did, 2 people got killed and a third got seriously injured, and will never be the same. Think about me. I was a normal guy living a normal life, and here I am in prison doing time for my actions. It's not worth it to drive stupid. Life is too precious.